We're going to do RDLs and teach you how to do RDLs. An RDL is normally off the rack and step back, but we're going to lift it off the rack and step forward, so it's on the camera. But the main thing is that we're using the glutes and hamstrings. Some people will use their back for RDLs. I would say it's a poor choice. We've already done block pulls. They're a better choice if you're trying to target your back specifically. Trying to go glutes and hamstrings specifically, it's much better with an RDL. So then it goes hips back, 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 back. Stretch the hamstrings as far as they go. So each person will be different depending on how much mobility to the hamstrings they've got. And then it's hips straight forward as we come up through. Hips, so it's just thinking about the hips going back as far as you can. As long as you keep your back locked in, that's the movement. So it's just all here. And some people end up doing this. Actually, it's your glutes more. Here's the glutes more, because as soon as you feel it, this, we can have a slight bend, but if we do this, like some people are trying to take the bar down, so they'll do that like dip past. But it's the same as going to squat and bouncing at the bottom. Because this, controlled hamstrings, glutes, forward squeeze. This, you'll get more weight on the bar and you'll feel you're doing more, but you won't get more stimulus through here. And you'll also cause more fatigue. So if you're talking about managing the fatigue through a training session and not wanting to burn ourselves out, it's actually better to use the weight you can use with the target muscles, not max weight you can put on the bar. We're not power lifters, we're trying to actually target muscles specifically. That's why we're doing these different types of deadlifts in the first place. The reason I put the blocks out is just because I prefer to touch down and I prefer to teach it touching down, where some people will go way too far.
Some people will slam down as well.
They'll slam down, they'll bounce at the bottom, things like that, and they'll just try and get it back up. But if we went from here, we'd then take a step forward, and then from there, we're just going hips back, hips back, hips back, hips back, there, and back up, squeeze through. And it's just all in glutes and hamstrings.
Do you keep your spine shaped by looking forward, or do you look down?
With all deadlifts, keep your spine neck neutral. So as we said last time, neutral here. Because a lot of people do this, strain your neck, and you throw the whole thing out. So if you just keep the whole upper body locked in and neutral, watch my head, it'll just go with my body. Down, hips back, keep it close to my legs, up, squeeze through, down, up, squeeze through. So if you come in and try this now, try it from the blocks, you might be able to set in position, because it's faff now getting up and down. If you can get it to the floor, or to the blocks in this case, just go to those, and then you set in position and go. And then you're only hitting that muscle. If that's your maximum range, there's no chance of going over that. Whereas if we then take the blocks away, you could go beyond. So if we go beyond, okay, my hamstrings are maxed out. How do I get past that? My back. So if my back's locked in, I can only go this far. I can't go any further because everything's maxed out now. All I can do to go further is this or this. Neither of which are increasing the work to my glutes and hamstrings. I'm just moving the bar up and down. So if you think about keeping this locked in, driving the hips back as much as you can, you should feel it really, really tight here. Because you're trying to max out the stretch here. And then from there, just think about pushing your bum back as much as you can. Yeah, and it's just all here and here as you drive through. So really try and squeeze the glutes through, but don't lift your chest. So think about pushing your glutes forward and driving your hips through.
Really feel that in the hamstrings. More flexibility would be better.
Yeah, and because you'll get more movement. If we start with the blocks, which is what I did, and then we can take the blocks away, or we could go lower blocks, and then eventually I'd increase my hamstring mobility enough to take them completely.
I've noticed with pushing your hips out, you're bringing more of your hamstrings in, but it's less strain on the lower back as well. And normally before when I've deadlifted before, I'm feeling more in the lower back than I do in the legs.
Yeah, because you won't be thinking about driving your hips back quite so much. Because the main thing with this, I say, is straight away, if you go from here and you start pushing your hips back and you go push, 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 you'll go back to a point where you sort of sat with your weight back and you just feel your hamstrings engaged. Whereas a normal deadlift, you still drive the hips back, but then you get a bend of the knee coming down, and then you come up that little bit higher and you pull with your back a bit more. Whereas this, we're still going to use our back, it's still involved, but we're just trying to shift the focus into the glutes and hamstrings. Whereas with the other ones where we did the block pulls, we're trying to shift it into the back. But all of those muscles will be involved regardless of which deadlift you choose. And that's where people are getting confused. It's just trying to say, can we be more precise? And if so, which which movement would we choose? The goal for us is to create as much stimulus as possible. So that comes with the squeeze at the top, the control on the way down, the pause at the bottom. All those help create that stimulus. If we just drop it, we've lost most of the there.
Hence the word body building.
Yeah. Very good finish there, Ian. I like that. So if you want to do RDLs to work your glutes and hamstrings like most of us are trying to do, please use these tips, driving the hips back and forward, thinking about actually using glutes and hamstrings, not just pulling the bar up and down. The bar is actually quite irrelevant. We can just think about this movement, then we load it with whichever weights we're going to choose, whether it be a bar, hex bar, dumbbells, cable, it doesn't matter, the movement is the same.